go for a CC in the end. I'm not too big of a fan of the CC here. You do well against the glue and the Fred, but against that CC, you might get locked down.
Okay, with that being said, we're gonna throw it over to our casters. Donnie, Realize, take it away.
Fam marches on the domain of the Sky Kings. The Jakarta International Velodrome. It bore witness of the Sky Kings engraving their status to immortality when they were able to get that 4-peat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first match of the second day of the playoffs of MPLID Season 15. It is me, Realize, and Goni.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will see how the first game will go. Remember, the team that wins this match will have a step closer to EWCMSC and will have that final upper bracket slot in the playoffs.
That is what they want, and that is what they need. We need to remember, it was Geek Fam that knocked Onyx out of playoffs contention last season at El Dorado, Bandung, but now it is in their turf, their neighborhood, their domain. So we shall see. As we take a look at the draft, it was summed up completely by our panelists back there. The fact that they have the 1-1 picked up, I think it's going to be very strong. But against the Harith in lane, it's going to be one hell of a time.
Let's see. It seems like Beloyski forced to use his flicker early there, and that's already a win. And take a look at Sans just chipping away the health bars of a boy. Oh, that's a mistake, Boy, with the flicker. Almost takes a boy down there in the mid lane.
They might have objective prio now because 2 spells burnt. That's the flicker and a boy and Beloyski, the 2 playmakers of Geek Fam. Again, the trio mid, even the duo mid from a boy and Beloyski. They are very strong and operating in the rotational forms of Geek Fam. So take a look at the emblems. Brave Smite for the Valentina. So a boy wants sustain. He wants to be able to skirmish a little longer and have the sustainability. But Keyboy,
that's a taunt, that's a stun. Keyboy is actually the one who will be punished for. Wow, Geek Fam, great recovery.
it's on the wrong neighborhood right there. I think it was trying to scout something again. Keyboy with the Badang is very strong. Sans though, receiving heat, but he's gonna be fine. So as of now, obviously Onyx are trying to operate behind this Baxia in the hands of Kyrie, yet to reach level 4, or rather, already level 4. So now, he has that anti-region to play around in the little skirmishes.
Yeah, it seems like both teams now setting things up for that first neutral objective. Economy, still, of course, it's little 2, and no advantage. Nakeds is on the turtle now.
Yep, Kyrie still scouting as well. Keyboy, no fist crack just yet. Sans pops a traction pulse.
That's a good immobilization, and that's gonna be a commitment from Onyx. They will take down 1.
Oh, there you go with the Brazers, Wrath, and they are able to take down Keyboy, but now Sans with a double kill. They move on even further.
Uh-oh, things are not looking good here for the side of Geeks. Gobs now chipped away as well. Beloyski though from the flanks.
Oh, Gobs is so low, he's going in, Lutpi.
Oh, I don't think he will survive. Another kill on the board for Onyx. And that will be free turtle for Onyx as well. 1K goal now.
It's a prolonged fight right there. I mean, they were able to just hit it back and forth. And I think one of the best, I'd say, privileges of Onyx draft is the fact that they have so much fighting power. Again, with the Baxia. And the pop as well from Sans, the traction pulse. That is actually a utility ultimate, but let's take a look at the talent prediction for the new application. Go pay. I think it's equal, but more siding towards Onyx with 3 of us, Eterna, me, and you.
Yeah, it's again just chefing right while all the predictions, but I love that confidence. And let's see, will that prediction come through or not? 1,500 gold lead, first 3 minutes. That's a lot, Realize.
That's pretty much it, right, for Onyx. Again, they have so much prio on the objective takes as well. The fact that this Baxia has so much agency to move around the map, again, follow suit in the fight.
That's a flicker. That's a shortcut, Keyboy. Half HP. Geek Fam now needs to find an opening. Makeits jumping in. Not really find the connection that he wanted. A bottom side, it's still a pure 1v1. Kenzie versus Savero. And it seems like it's still equal. Savero, very aggressive. That's going to be Savero. Just
going in.
Popping the crossbow attack. Good spacing by Kenzie. That's going to be Onyx there. Just surviving. Still though, they're in the lead.
Oh, Savero was almost able to take down Kenziski. I thought it was going to go for the kill fully, but again, Kenziski was too far. to reach that proximity of course both Tang. But up top, it's only Lutpi and Gobs again, just shuffling it around. And I think so far Onyx is doing a very good job on just scouting the global presence of Geek Fam through that shortcut, because Kyrie, so tanky, can roll around, open up the bushes for Onyx, and that enables them to again have prio on the objectives. Now 9 seconds to the turtle this time around. I think the gold laners might join in the fight. I mean, the 1-1 is already level 6, Kinziski as well, level 6. So this might be a long dance for the objective, but Kyrie is gonna come and follow up. And Lutpi has the War Axe ready. I don't think it's gonna rotate, but it might just happen.
So it seems like both teams, right? They're taking it slow here, waiting for more info, waiting for more rotations. Skiboy shows himself there. Oh, that's a miss there from Sansa's ult. Lutpi joins, so that's the green light for Onyx to just commit on towards the turtle. Geek Fam, what do they respond with?
Oh, Kyrie gets the turtle, and now it's gonna be Onyx pouncing forward.
Oh, that's a shaman forward pops! But Sans caught it red-handed. That's gonna be an immobilization all towards Kyrie. That's gonna be Kyrie actually soaking a lot of damage. That's gonna be Kyrie surviving with the shield unity. Savero, though, is there to provide the damage and find a kill. Beloyski goes down. That's gonna be Onyx finding the equalizer there with Beloyski. And yeah, still Onyx just winning on the fights and the neutral objectives here for the first 5 minutes.
Because they have so much control, right? Again, the current call is somehow a CC, and then you have the Badang as well. Kyrie just, again, playing... you basically have kind of like a crash course in the Boxia, right? The chip has it, the Boxia does too. And the fact that the Boxia can just roam around is indeed very, very good. Plus, the traction pulse, the icing on top, make it!
That's an engage, make it 2v1. 3v2 now, make it very low, still able to sidestep from that threat. And still 2,000 goal lead here. Geek Fam, they are catching stray still.
Yeah, Onyx is throwing hands left and right, and as of now, it's Savero with 1 kill, the 1-1 against the Harith. You would argue that maybe the Harith does have the upper hand. Beloyski flicker crash course.
On towards Sans. Shortcut pops committed. Boy
What?
jumps in. That's very risky. But he's A-okay. Now Onyx looking for the traction falls. Connecting! And that's going to be Beloy. Punished for the 3rd time, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, 3K established.
There you go, the follow-up is so quick, it's not telegraphed. Because once the traction pulse hits, Kyrie can just jump in with the shield unity and catch the players of Geek Fam slow in his ultimate. And now it's up to Onyx to control, again, the tempo of this game. 7 seconds to the turtle. Savero is able to acquire that turret down bottom, as now they convene as they look for this objective next on the chopping block. They have 2 turtles ready, and this might be a perfect turtle, but Geek Fam, they don't want to let it slip from their hands.
Naked's now contesting under the turtle. That's a stun off on towards the 1 member. The boy goes down. That's a kill for the turtle for now, but now it's going to be Naked stuck isolated, and Onyx will shut him down. And that's going to be 4K already in hand for the yellow porcupines.
He went ham on the players of Geek Fam. And that was Naked's actually stealing the turtle, so at least they have some sort of a reminiscent, yeah, but Savero might caught in no man's land.
Shortcut, great play by BBB. That's gonna be Savero punished the first time. Now, will there be counterplay as Lutpi jumps in with the engage? Good CC. Beloyski very low.
Beloyski is so low, and Keyboy gets a boy. That's a boy versus a boy, and Lutpi gets the kill. Gobs is remaining with Naked.
Uh-oh, they still want beef. Gobs very low. Nowhere to go as Onyx. They are under the turret, looking for more kills, but Kinziski finds an important shutdown on towards Lutpi.
Ah, the blue Lenin arrives in time. A heroic entrance, but that's a kill to only Lutpi. They lose 1, but they're able to grab 3 to 4 kills for Onyx. And now it's 10 to 5, 4K gold lead. That was Savero caught in the wrong side of the tracks. So at least for now, Onyx, it's all about resetting, because look at the wave down bottom, it's gonna crash towards them. And they haven't been able to at least establish that priority on just pushing the waves even further to Geek Fam.
Seems like now, tempo gone down. 20 seconds on the clock for the first lure, ladies and gentlemen. And item check.
Yeah, item check right now, or X again for the CC. And look at this guy, Fiercer for Sans, right? He can join the skirmishes. And I want to say Holy Trinity, but that's like Severo with 3 items with the Malefic gun. It makes sense because he needs extra range. Because the players of Geek Fam just want to jump into his face. I mean, Baloyski is there. Make it with the Fredrin, even if he's not that mobile compared to the Baxia. But once you get taunted, I mean, it's going to be hard. Oh, shortcut.
Uh-oh, that's going to be a Lutfi actually taunted everything. Put in the kitchen sink. He goes down. Kyrie, though, from the flanks finds Valoy. San secures the kill. That's going to be Geek Fam actually now. Their numbers are low.
Backup is here. The Sky Army arrives in time. Sans!
Kanziski will not be able to find the clutch play as Sans is there, but he will be punished 4-4-2 for now.
Wipeout was close to fruition, but Gob still stands, lives to tell the tale. He has to be able to hold this Lord, but Onyx, they will try to get it scot-free. Keyboys kicking him in into the pit.
I don't think Gobs is able to. Oh, Maloyski says, yes, they might with the shortcut pops. Keyboy finds the stun.
Oh, shortcut pop. Kanziski the boy follows up soon with the action. Gob stuck in no man's land in the back.
Let's see Lutfi trying to buy time, but Gobs will do himself as well. That's going to be Kanziski securing the kill. Onyx, though, with the boy Sans here, they're in control of the Lord, but is this the right call?
Yep, they have to hold this. Keyboy, oh! Looks for the fist crack. They have their sights on the Lord. Geek are still meddling with it, though. They have the power to at least fight this, so Onyx knows. They have to reset. They have to take a step back. But I think for now, they're still staying here, so yeah, just trying to also dissuade Geek Fam from taking the Lord.
They know that the bottom lane is favoring their side. That's why they're taking their time here in controlling the Lord. And Geek Fam, they are the ones who need to respond. Either take Lord or clear the bottom side, and that's why they sent in Kanziski. But that shows that, yeah, no Herod, let's fight.
They have to rush this. And Onyx, they might look for something. Lutfi bites the bullet. It's Kyrie jumping in. Traction pulse!
On towards one. That's going to be a taunt. That's going to be Severo tying first in this fight. Great response as Kanziski with the shortcut was able to find the double.
Oh, that's Make It. The smiling jungler just being a terror for Onyx. And now they scramble. Make It!
Oh, Praise's Wrath was not enough, but Kanziski stunned up Purify Pop. Lutfi now, he is isolated. Now with the sidestep, he's able to get out, but Keyboy very low. So that's just 2 for 1 in favor of Geek Fam.
That's a 2-man taunt with the Lord Steal as well. Let's Make It. Just keeping Geek Fam together again with the taunt.
Oh, good taunt, 2-man. Kanziski's gun under the turret, but Kanziski doesn't care. He wants beef, and he will find a kill on towards Keyboy.
Oh, Onyx. Now they see that obstacle. Now they see that they might be in a cul-de-sac because Geek Fam are fighting back. They're retaliating. And the shortcut pop, they might want to fight this again.
Uh-oh, is this the right call for Onyx? Good Terrify, Lutfi very low. Shaman Force pops, and Sans actually taking a lot of heat. Kyrie goes down. This is not looking good. Crossbow attack! Finds one, but Kanziski will not survive as well. Severo now still able to find the damage, but that is a great punishment from Severo.
Severo holding the team together. That crossbow of Tang was so clutch. The rookie from Onyx, and now it's Onyx having that leeway to get out of their base, to control their jungle again, to get control of the river and the map. And so far, I feel like if they really want to create that push down bottom or up top, there's always going to be Baloyski with that Y walk to kind of match the pressure. But again, if that happens, he doesn't have the shortcut pressure as well at the same time. So that's going to be a game of options there for Baloyski to choose whether or not he wants to respond to that push, or does he want to look for a pick again, because that has been the surprise factor. But hey, MPL IDX streamer by Good Day, it is VZTV.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and I think the play that they made earlier was the perfect one. Or sent Kanziski down, shortcut to just provide the surprise attack, right? Technically surprise, and they made it work last time round. So now, 13 minutes in, Onyx, they're only up 2K. And I feel like Geek Fam has a lot of ways to neutralize that situation.
And a quick check on the item. Look at Severo with the Athena shield. He knows that Kanziski will just burst him down, so he needs that extra magic resistance. Now for Onyx, 20 kills doesn't really mean anything when we enter the 14-minute mark because it becomes of relevance now, right? Geek Fam, they're able to, once again, bounce the waves, push it out again. And I think another way to look at it is the fact that, like what you said, they can send a carry across the map to control the pressure, to push out the waves. But once the shortcut hits, it's a quick route to entering the fight. A 4v5 or a 1v5 even can become a 5v5 in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So now, Onyx has to be able to just scout out that potential. It has been happening with Kyrie rolling around the bush, looking for flank angles that Mlbb might be able to establish. And now Geek Fam, they have dibs on the Lord.
Let's see, that's a conceal. Cancelled by a boy. Keyboy doesn't really find the opening that he wants with that conceal play. Top lane favoring Geek Fam this time round. I want to see how Onyx will respond to this.
They'll take it slow. Again, Severo is here. Oh, look at Mlbb. This is a flank angle. Big brain Beloy, but Kyrie will try to scout it out. No, he's coming from the back!
Oh, looking for the flank angles. Finds the flicker. Oh my goodness, Sans now in threat. Severo, the world
no.
Beloyski. That's going to be Kyrie, though. Just stuck. Trying to buy time for his team. Is this the right call?
Kyrie's just dragged back. The jungler is gone. Make it with the winner crown.
Akiri Make is also falling. Severo versus Kenziski. Rasmo attack will not be enough to take him down. Severo now trying to buy time, but he will be shut down as Sans finds a
Whoa!
double.
Lutfi just crawls in the back, and now it's up to Gobs to keep Geek Fam together. Can he hold for dear life?
5 seconds of Beloy. I think they can. Right, Gobzo will again buy time. Winner crown, though, will be used, and that will be almost an official wipeout there.
I got very hyped for that Beloyski angle because he was down bottom in the bush and he took the Y-walk up top to get to that purple buff, but he was spotted out and that crash course was just in vain. Shortcut did not follow up as well, and this Lord is free for Onyx to take. Plunder. Absolute plunder for Onyx.
Yep. Onyx, they have equalized on the Lord take. They lost the Lord earlier, but this time around, minute number 16, they will take it. So in about 12 seconds, the Lord will be up. And I think they have time to manipulate the waves. All three lanes be in their favor.
Let's take a look at the, base defense from Geek Fam, right? We know that the panel made it clear that Geek Fam were the ones who coined the term geekable, when they were able to hold the base against Onyx. But I think in this iteration of the draft, it feels like the wave clear isn't the best. I mean, you have Kenziski with the Synchro Fission, but I think that's it, right? A boy maybe, but he needs to be very, very on the move. And now the Lord will march into the base of Geek Fam. Can they end this from Onyx?
Onyx will have to just be satisfied with 2 lanes. That's a Son onto his Gobs. Taking a lot of DPS by Son. Still able to flicker out of danger. Lord, half HP.
Lord is relentless. The Crystal exposed as well. But Onyx, they know they have to be calculative on their approaches. They want that inhibitor turret down bottom. This might be yet another siege. Geek Fam, they need to hold.
I think with Kenziski, they will be able to find the defense here. Bottom side, almost Fraction Falls connects.
Yep. Mlbb was looking for a flank angle, but he went up top. It was so hard for him. Maybe he wanted to cut the waves coming in, right? And just hinder the top side from being pressured even more. As of now, Onyx, they get all the inhibitor turrets. So it's Onyx with the control. 17 minutes coming to 18. Geek Fam. Is it geekable?
Let's see. Kenziski decided to not pop the Shaman Force to defend his inner turret there. That's a conceal. Looking for Beloyski. Will it connect? That's the question. Good spacing, Beloyski. Oh, aggressive flicker there, but doesn't land. So that's, again, a resource spent.
Yeah, but it's a trade, right? Sans also burned his flicker. And as the Kimmy, you really want to be in a safe spot. You really want to distance yourself from the players of Geek Fam, and I think that's going to be information for Geek Fam to use. Maybe they might look for a pick-off against Sans, but I think that he has way too many, protection at this point, right? Keyboy again, Kyrie as well. So I think it's gonna be fine, at least for now, because Onyx is also turning down the tempo. They know this flicker might eat them up from the inside, so they hold it for now. As of now, it's only focusing on, again, balancing that wave push. They're creating a tri-lane push, at least for now. to make Geek Fam clear, but number two, they're prepping for the Lord. 12 seconds onto its respawn. But I think they're also looking for a potential surprise play. They invade Geek Fam's jungle.
Oh, good. Traction pulse. No flicker on Beloy.
Beloyski.
Should be punished. That's a crossbow attack. Actually
Kyrie.
activated. Now, Kyrie looking for a flank. Doesn't really find it. So, yeah, just take a kill and they pull back.
Yeah, it's all about just taking down the war crime general. It's BBB. Deleted from the fray. The Sky Kings again, just cementing their dominance in this game. Kids might look for something. Gobs flickers in.
Aggressive flicker. Good terrify there. Kenziski, though, is vulnerable. Kenziski will fall. And a boy will fall as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Onyx always finds the right button to push, and they find the ultimate wipe out.
The Sky Kings wipes out the players of Geek Fam, and once again they show that they are in the wrong neighborhood. It is Onyx punching the first game, 1-0.
Wow. Onyx, they were early game. They got it in the back, mid-game. Perhaps it might sway towards Geek, but they made sure that in the late, that game was theirs.
Yeah, it looked very shaky, right? Because Beloyski was very creative. He was looking for angles that he could really exploit, but at the same time,
Or two, right? I actually haven't tried it out, but I think it's more of a skill matchup than you think.
Okay.
I don't think there's a massive advantage
G.
in one of them.
Remnants of a similar shade, but there have been adjustments. Ladies and gentlemen, from the drafts from game number 1, we're gonna see exactly how this all unravels as we throw it over to Sheffin, Sheffin, Realize,
Hello.
as well as Gani. Take it away.
Thank you, panelist. And yeah, I am Cheffin. I have always been Cheffin. I'm not realized.
We're both Cheffin.
We are
at this
both
point.
Cheffin.
Right?
Cheffney and Chefflies.
There
Yeah.
you go.
If that goes, if that works. But what will work? Will it be Geek's draft or Onyx draft? Because now Onyx has the upper hand in game number 1. Game number 2, in Land of Dawn we go. It is still Geek Fam against Onyx.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Onyx, if they secure a game here, they will secure match point and will be a step closer to securing MSC.
And here we go, right? Onyx, obviously, with that pick. It was almost reminiscent of game number 1. The pick order, they went to Kimibaxia. Wait!
It's similar, right? But this time they are able to punish both of the mid and roams. Great adjustments from Onyx.
What happened there? You blink and you miss it, Onyx, pick up 2 kills. And those are towards Sans and Keyboy. Beloyski might be in trouble again.
Still has a flicker though. Let's see, that's a great isolation, but no real follow-up. Kyrie already invading the jungles, so that's still a win for Onyx.
Look at Keyboy. He's a very brave warrior. Just going at Beloyski and Kinziski, right? Again, so much pressure with a Badang and a Baxia. Plus this time, they pick up the CC to face off against the X-Borg. So take a look at the emblems presented to you by IndieHome, by Telkomsel. Obviously, with the QC on the Badang, I think it wants to be closer to its target. The Earthal as well, really benefits from the QC. Now Shield Unity and Beloyski again next, and he will flicker.
Yeah, forced to use the flicker, and that's already a spell burnt before the first turtle fight. And let's see here, Kyrie level 4, Mika's also level 4, but EXP, I'm sure Kyrie has an edge. Bottom side, both teams rotating towards the EXP, the fight for the first neutral objective.
Picked up a important point there from Cheffin back in stage. Hold on a minute, Severo.
Oh, there is a slight miscommunication there perhaps, but Severo very low, but he is still in the Land of Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, they stated that this Fredrin could have been flexed, but the X-Borg is no way going to really be flexed, right? They picked this up safely for Geek Fam to play. Traction pulse by Sans again, just biting off a boy. And Onyx just exerting the pressure time and time again. Beloyski and Kinziski, no less, not given the freedom to just farm up a bunch. Makits goes for the taunt.
That's a vengeance. Kyrie looking for a stun on towards Make It. The damage now will come through. Kyrie secures a kill. Valoisky stuck, isolated.
In the rocks he goes and he evaporates as Onyx pick up 2 more. It's a double and double. Kinziski blazing duet.
On towards Severo, giving pressure, but also for the farm.
Oh.
Almost there. That hit almost punishes Kenziski. Great recovery though. That's going to be both marksmen just recalling.
They were looking for the punish, right?
Oh.
And that was a good point as well by Mirko in the panel. The Aerithal is a much better version than the 1-1. It has the movement speed and maybe bar the Purify in the 1-1, right? But I think the Aerithal just is so much burstier in the early game with the heavy crossbow. You have you have a lot of mobility to work with, especially when Geekfam want to come running at you. The heavy crossbow will save the Aerithal. And they were forcing Geekfam to play an unfavorable matchup against the Aerithal, either the 1-1 or the Granger, right?
Yeah.
That's why, at the end of the day, they picked up the Claude, which I think early on can be heavily punished because I think it needs 2 or 3 items to be online.
Yeah, 3.
But Valoisky,
Oh, they're trying to gang Ludwig. Vengeance terrified everything on the board.
Whoa!
But that's a response by Onyx.
the backup is here. Last Insanity will not take down Lutpi, but Cobbs will keep on running.
That's gonna be 1 for 1. And under the turret, that will be a double.
Whoa!
Oh, Severo. Kenziski going at it. 1 HP for Severo.
Oof.
Kenziski wins the trade. Valoisky will secure the extra 200 gold there. Onyx, they need to slow down their tempo.
You can run, but you can't hide. And Kenziski just defying the odds. We talked about the Aerithal being able to bully the Claude out of its misery up top, right? And we talked about Kenziski being one of the weaker laners compared to Severo. In the team fights, there he pops up, right? And with the Claude, I think he will be able to even exert more pressure because the Claude, as a team fighting hero, is one of the best we can have. The Blazing Duet is set up for him. But Traction Pulse.
Uh-oh, it was almost an opening there. Purple buff stolen, level 9 Kyrie, level 7 Maykids. That's not a good sign here for Geekfam.
Item check, Molten Core still held on by Kyrie. The Blade Armor, so he wants that damage reflection, right? And the Aerithal has completed its past claws. I think, you know, the Aerithal also wants sustainability in the lane and in the team fights because you have that lifesteal. But for Geekfam, it's all about just beating up that item for the Claude. Corrosion Sight ready, so at least for now, he's able to jump in towards, you know, little skirmishes. Plus, he has the shortcut, Traction Pulse. Valoisky.
Great info. And there, Valoisky thought that he was safe, but no, great punishment as well. That's Onyx just moving up more towards the mid lane. That's a flank by Keyboy. Force a boy to use that flicker. Makekids wasn't able to save him. That's going to be mid turret taken down as well.
The boy had to run back there, but he can't run from the punches. Keyboy yet again. And Sky Piercer completed for Sans. Kenziski, can you run from Kyrie?
Should have the BMI. Waiting for the right time, but no, there you go. Perhaps that might be enough to make him get away. That's gonna be Lutfi actually finding the kill. Sans will be the trade. That's a shutdown. And Geekfam, actually this time, they're in favor.
Looking for the fist crack, Valoisky so low and he's gone. But Geek are back on the pounce.
Last Insanity will secure that kill. Lutfi, trying to buy time. Kyrie will also provide the damage there. 3v2, Princess Wrath will find a kill on towards a boy. Onyx, they are down in numbers, but they will and should win this one.
Lutfi still dancing with his yo-yos, so low.
That's the shutdown. That's gonna be Geekfam able to find the right spacing and punish Onyx. Gold lead, still very small.
That fight was so long. I mean, it was the moment where Sans died, and the fight continued even after he respawned from the base into the lane. So as of now, it's all about Onyx focusing on the turtle, and I think Geekfam was able to at least hold on to the pressure that Onyx was able to bring.
Seems like tempo will go down. Remember though, neutral objective is up. Let's take a look at the levels. Actually, Naked's he has equalized level-wise.
Yeah, turtle now. Gonna be taken down by Onyx, and that's free. Real estate for them. And up top, it's Valoisky. You know, thinking about the recall, but if Onyx walk into this, there might be a shortcut flank angle. And Valoisky's thinking about it. Severo might get caught in the clutches, but Onyx, at least they have 3 members to back Severo up. And Sans will check it. Baloyski gets found. Shortcut.
What a read by Sans. That's gonna be Kyrie already body blocking, taunted. That's gonna be He-Boy also in the mix. Gobs now targeted. No Viraga armor and Makeds will be stuck. He goes down.
Make it's no longer smiling. It's Onyx back. They turn. Geek Fam trembling in fear.
That's gonna be Onyx again, finding the right openings, and that will be 4 members of Geek taken down.
Triple kill for Sans. 717. Call him when you need him. It's Sans. Again with the Kimmy with so much impact. It was picked off in that earlier skirmish in the Turtle Pit, but now he's back. The Sky Piercer stacks will also accrue for him. Take a look at the replay here, presented by the official camera smartphone, Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. It was initially that flank angle from Baloyski. He was chancing it. He was thinking of recalling, but he's stuck there. And at the end of the day, it was Onyx also able to hitchhike a ride into this fight. And they pushed up top, they won the fight, they had the bigger numbers, they had the better items as well. They are more powerful at the stage of the game with the Kimmy as well, completing 3 items. Severo on cue towards the third. I think he's gonna go for for that GDS, possibly, to add that crit damage. But as of now, it's Onyx dictating the tempo. They have 3.4k gold lead in their pockets.
Yeah, now it's very similar to game 1, right, where they have a comfortable lead going to the mid-game. And let's see here what Geek Fam will do this time. Will it be a similar outcome from game 1 or perhaps a different one?
Well, I mean, this is deja vu of game number 1, right? Geek Fam, they were behind such a marginal kill lead. Onyx 16-5 now, split by 11. So Onyx, it's their time to shine now. Make it stuck in a rock and a hard place. Mlbb might be the one to bite the bullet. The Lord is reset, not yet, just juggled.
Uh-oh, that's gonna be Makeds. No jungler for Geek Fam. That's Insanity will find Sans, but Gob's gonna be traded back. That's gonna be He-Boy Torina also just showing up in the front lines. 2 for 1, no Sans, but let's see here. Onyx should focus on the Lord.
They're still wanting to go at the players of Geek Fam. Mlbb, look at the damage. The CC is so obnoxious to deal with. So much damage constantly as well. The DPS from the CC will be problematic. Baloyski looking for the flank. Kenziski up top.
Oh, that's gonna be shortcut. Lord though will be secured by Kai.
No.
That's gonna be Kenziski taken down with the vengeance by Mlbb, and that is still a favorable trade for Onyx.
Wow. I think it'll be, I don't know. I want to hypothesize that maybe it would have been better for Kenziski to stick and push that lane up top, because then, even if they lost that trade, they got a turret maybe, and even possibly 2. Because Onyx, they were full focus on just providing backup for that skirmish that happened, the Baloyski crash course. And Kenziski, he chose to join the fight. Maybe if he would, pushing that would have sounded better. It would have looked better. Concentrated energy for Sans, adding insult to injury. As Onyx, they build up this wave, the tri-push coming in. The Lord up top, they secure the 2nd tier turret. It's up to Geek Fam again, back to basics, back to having to prove that they can geek their way out of this. The Lord might just barge in, but I think for now they have the capabilities to stop the push.
With the Holy Shield as well, right? I think it will help Geek.
Yeah.
As long as they are just tight in formation. Kyrie looking for an opening, just teasing. Mid lane, Holy Shield triggered. And that's gonna be Onyx now, continuing on the siege top lane.
The Holy Defense helps. That's Insanity from Gobs to only clear the way. Baloyski!
Oh, looking for the flank! That's gonna be a 3-man stun, so Vero very low, still able to sprint away. That's gonna be Mlbb now, taking damage. He-Boy comes in! Finds an angle on towards the boy, and he will fall. Baloyski flickers out of danger there, and Onyx, they will continue on.
They keep the pressure going. The stoves are on. Geek Fam on the precipice of losing game number 2.
Let's see, mid-base turret down and out. Top lane will be next. Geek Fam, they are 4 men defending this one, waiting for a boy 10 seconds. Bottom side should be taken down as well.
Boy goes in, no fist crack, and he dies. Onyx, they have to run for the hills now, it seems like.
It's 5v4 technically. Now Severo very low. Gobs flickers out. Lutfi showing up for Beloy. My goodness, Kai trying to buy time perhaps, but perhaps that might be a slight mistake there. And as he goes down, Geek Fam, great defense, though they lose all 3 turrets.
Kenziski is starting to hurt for Onyx. But again, take a look at the scoreline. 22-9. This is, again, a test of might for Geek Fam. Whether or not they have the hold, whether or not they have the capabilities to, again, turn the game around. We have seen them be able to do that time and time again. But as of now, it's Onyx having full control of this game. They grasp it with 5 fingertips, both hands. The Lord spawning. This time they have Prio. And look at Kenziski down bottom, right? He's just gonna clear the way, push it further, even. Beloyski again, that flank angle has always been his bread and butter. Onyx, do they realize Beloyski is there?
Yeah, he shows though, so that's Onyx now looking for an engage. Good stun, make it stun, isolated, no cover! No jungler again for Geek Fam. Onyx now, they can pull back, but what's the call here? Seems like they will focus down the Lord.
The Lord again is their toy. This is all theirs for the taking. And even the lanes are pushing in their favor. So as of now, it's Onyx still relentless. Winner Crown purchased for Lutfi to have that survivability as well. If push comes to shove, he gets stuck in a last insanity, that Winner Crown will come and clutch. So Geek Fam, what are their win conditions right now, right? Maybe the only thing I can think of is looking for a good setup for Kenziski to explode. Because this Claude is starting to hurt. I've said that multiple times. And if they can set up a way for the Claude to enter the team fights, to jump into the backline, at least catch Sans lacking, then I think they could have a chance to turn the tide around. But as of now, it's Onyx full focusing again on the base. The Lord marching in.
This might be enough for game 2. Let's see though the defense now. Lord will be hold there, but that's the top lane minion
Beloyski
coming down. Beloyski now from the flanks, ray cancellation. The damage now will come through, and he goes down.
Sans just gunning them down, and again Geek Fam trembling in fear. That's Lance Sanity!
Caught him off guard, and that key will be taken down. No immortality, but Gobs now holding on. Blazing duet by Kenziski will not be enough as Hey will fall. Savero claims the double.
Kenziski fails to deliver the win again for Geek Fam. They falter 1 by 1, and Onyx get the double. It's a 2-0 end. Geek Fam tumble once more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx, they are at match point. And Geek Fam, they need to pull an alter ego move like they did yesterday.
Alter ego move, a reverse sweep might happen. We saw it happen yesterday, right?
That's actually way better.
Oh my lord, GG.
What?
Oh, against
GG.
Harith as well?
And
Good
after
game.
we said that Esmeralda does not have a place in this meta,
We said it's
Conditional.
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 We said it's conditional. We never said it was not in the meta.
Conditional.
It is, the conditions have been met.
Is this the debut pick, Esme Onyx?
Yeah,
think
for
so,
Lutfi,
right?
I believe. It's 3-0, by the way, I think. This is a... Yeah,
You're calling it?
I'm calling it.
What do you
after
think,
the draft.
Treffin?
I think so.
Calling it too?
I guess.
Alright, with the debut pick, Lilia for San's signature pick, will this be enough to seal the deal for the Sky Kings to make it to the final upper brackets? Let's throw it over to our casters.
Thank you, panelists. And we are on the verge of Onyx possibly making it a 3-0. Yesterday was a reverse sweep day. Will it happen today? We'll see that happen in the Land of Dawn as we take a look at game number 3. Onyx against Geek Fam.
Potentially the last game, ladies and gentlemen. If Onyx wins this, they will secure the final upper brackets, and that they will be a step closer in securing MSC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the Land of Dawn.
MSC in Riyadh, obviously a ticket that they really, really want. Action in the mid lane though.
Oh, again! This time, it's gonna be a boy taking down first. Yet again, Sans. He is hungry for blood.
What is happening with the games just dropping bodies in the 50th second of it starting? Look at Gobs, he's gonna cut the lane because he knows against the Esmeralda it is tough work because it just chips down the shielding that the Hilda has and the Hilda needs. And this is why, I think, yet another masterclass from Yeb. He's able to pick up 2 heroes that is very strong against the Faramis, which is the Lilia, as well as the Claude. Because Faramis entails you to group up beneath the Netherrealm, and these are 2 AoE heroes, plus the Lilia that is so bursty. Taking a look at the emblems though, before that Kyrie wants to go deeper. But yeah, again, I think the win cons for Onyx are in the team fights. They have proper setup, plus the Esmeralda later on, that can just burst down the shields and have that anti-regen.
Oh, that's going to be a pull. Great flicker there. It's going to be Keyboy actually taken down. They have equalized kill. Wise, that's going to be Onyx here, just slowing down. But yeah, you're right here. 4 Purifies also. Keep in mind, 4 Purifies on the board for Onyx. They are really just respecting, and also like, hey, we got to Purify. What are you going to do, Kalea?
This is what we call an anti-Beloyski draft. No, I'm kidding. Oh, obviously, you need escape mechanism from that Tsunami Slam, because the Kalea can be such a menace with the pick-off style that it brings to the table as well. Gobs will zone out Kyrie, and the Shadow Kill popped.
Now that's going to be the Shadow Kill already popped. Lutpi now trying to buy time, but seems like he will be punished. Turtle, Lutpi's not punished, he survives. Turtle falls Geek though, but Onyx, they have secured a trade on towards Gob, so a Turtle for a kill.
Now we need to remember as well, Esmeralda is kind of mobile. I feel like it can go in and out. It has the ultimate. If push comes to shove, it has that option to just jump out of a sticky situation, and I think that's something that's very good that Lutpi has been doing, right? He's able to just dish out the damage, try to hinder down GeekFam's pressure, and he just pops out of the team fight, or rather that skirmish. So at least now Onyx, they have set their footing. A boy might look for Keyboy.
Gotta be careful here. Keyboy has to Purify. Shortcut pops. Let's see. Kyrie jumps in. Severo as well. That's a stun. Tsunami Slam. Purify in response. Kyrie, Netherrealm committed. That's gonna be Onyx. Will they just back away?
Sans almost gets taken down there. But another plus point as well from this composition, right, is how much safety it has. Like Claude has the BMI to just move back behind another pressure. Lutpi, again, we talked about it, the ultimate, and then Kyrie. Plus Sans with the ultimate as well. You have those, that ultimate in hands of Sans that could just make him aggressive. He will play aggressive. This is Sans' favorite hero. This is his signature play. So I think it's a sweet treat for us seeing Sans with the Lilia. The Keyboy.
Don't Purify this time. Flash course. Oh, under the turret, Severo is there, but Keyboy will be punished this time around. I do want to mention that Onyx formation or composition, their theme is speed/mobility. Yeah, all 5, right? It's either fast rotations, has speed, and let's see, will it come to fruition, or will GeekFam actually force a game 4?
Again, with the chip, right? It enables you to just join the team fights again. We talked about this multiple times. It was picked up twice by GeekFam, now snatched by Onyx. Meanwhile, the game Turtle is their priority. Obviously, Beloyski will come forth. Keyboy.
Shortcut, great cancellation there. Netherrealm pops. Oh, Keyboy falls again. Now, Blazing Duet pops. That's going to be the Shadow Kill span as well. Shadow towards the back. Kenziski, very aggressive flickers out of danger. Lutpi trying to catch Kenziski. Red-handed, but great spacing and backup. GeekFam punishes.
GeekFam are able to layer the team fights into perfection. They bait out the resources first. They don't commit into that one big team fight. They're able to just isolate Onyx and stop them in the pedestal. Beloyski have been so active as well with the Kalea, just looking for that zoning potential, also moving into Onyx jungle to scout for information. That is something that Chip can do. The Kalea can do that as well. And now up top, Onyx can... Oh, wait!
Will this be a solo? I don't think so. It's a Hilda. Gobs will be able to retreat. But yeah, this time around it's a different feel. Game 1, Game 2, early game has been Onyx, but this time it's actually 2K for GeekFam.
This is the first time in the series that GeekFam are able to clench control of the game. So far, they have been able to survive Onyx, I'd say, draft objective, because the fact that they picked up these type of heroes is number 1, to move very freely, to move in mobility, number 2, to burst down and play, to counter that Faramis Netherrealm. And so far, it's looking very good for them. Keyboy against Makids. Makids, where will you run?
Shortcut in hand, but seems like doesn't really find the connection there. Bottom side pushed, top lane destroyed. Geek Fam, they have all the prios.
I think for Geek Fam, it's all about surviving until the late game. I mean, Harith also, with 2 kills in the hands of Kenziski, will be a menace. I feel like it'll be an annoying force to deal with by Onyx. But again, they have that Esmeralda to kind of chip in that shielding, and the survivability of the Harith just becomes very, very low. For Geek Fam though, Tsunami Slam.
The connection onto it's the Hayabusa! Great BBB play once again. A Lutfi punish as well, and Geek Fam, they are in the jungles of Onyx.
That's the ninja gone. Sans next on the chopping block. Gobs is there.
Oh, Black Shoes, Purify will save. No, not save Sans. That's gonna be Blazing Duet, actually. That's Netherrealm in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, 5K almost established by Geek as Kenziski wants some party, wants a party, and that will be Kenziski collecting a kill, though he will be punished.
Kyrie is back, and Gobs gets Severo. That's Toodle as well to boot. But Gobs now stuck in no man's land.
That's gonna be Gobs taken down. Kyrie picks up a double. Perhaps setting up a more kills there for Kai. Purple buff contest. Let's see.
Not even the Black Shoes was able to save Sans. So at least Geek Fam, they won that team fight with the Netherrealm being held on till the last second. So that was very, very good coming in from Geek Fam. They're layering again, rationing that spell, that ultimate. The hands of a boy. They know, they want to make sure that Onyx has expended so much until they pop it. Or maybe when push comes to shove, then it happens. But as of now, it's Geek Fam controlling the tempo again, dictating the game. 4K gold deficit for Onyx. They have to crawl their way back. This Esmeralda though, come the late game, I feel like it'll get slower. It'll be held in place by Geek Fam. For Onyx, they need to bank on Kyrie, on Severo as well, because the Claude is kind of weak in this state of the game. And now, so take a look at the items. Hunter Strike, 4x completed for the Hayabusa. Same goes for the Suyo. But Make It is 800 gold up ahead of Kyrie. Means that he has been farming pretty well with the pressure that Geek Fam is able to exert.
Oh, gotta be careful. That's a Black Shoes already triggered. Lutfi very low. Beloyski doesn't really find connection. A Keyboy finds a flank. That's a shortcut pop. Kyrie jumps in all towards a boy who is very low and will be taken down.
Tsunami Slam connects and Kyrie has nowhere to go. Geek Fam, they turn!
Oh, the recovery is beautiful by Geek Fam. And Onyx, they are starting to feel the nerves.
The smiling jungler smiles wide. Make it with the triple kill, cementing Geek Fam's domination in game number 3. And again, they look to siege this, but no minions, and the Holy Defense popped as well. They will seek and change their sights onto that mid turret. Down bottom, it's Severo again with the split push potential. Again, we talk about the shortcut from the chip that enables him to join the fight late.
Be careful here, Onyx. They will try to at least defend this holy shield. That's gonna be the shadow kill though.
Go Shadow Kill connects, and Esmeralda jumps in. Lutfi has to go back up, just chips him down.
Oh my goodness, damage from a boy. Great calculation there. And that will be Lutfi punished. 20 seconds for him to get back up. Will that be enough for Geek to blitz this Lord?
Ooh, that was so close. Severo was recalling when Gobs was running onto him, and the Lord now. This is the question, right? Geek Fam, at least this Hilda has been a very pivotal tool for them to traverse and navigate around the team fights. The Hilda has been there to just soak up the damage and be the sandbag, the punching bag. And look at Onyx, they don't want to contest this, they know they can't at this point of the game because they need the items, they need that damage to go through. As of now, it's only Onyx watching from afar, and the Lord has been secured by Geek Fam. Will this be a 3-1? 6.4k gold lead. With the Lord as well coming in, they have that Holy Defense popped up top, so maybe they want to eye that spot, but as of now, it'll spawn in the mid lane.
Seems like Onyx, they will not take any risk there to perhaps contest the Lord. They will choose to defend. Why? They have great high ground, right? Lilia, Claude, and Hayabusa. So let's see here, the defense from Onyx, and also the offense from Geek Fam. The first time they have technically a threat in the series.
Onyx, that's the Holy Defense popped as well. The second one, Geek Fam are relentless to shove in the wave into the base. And down bottom is Gobs, just doing God's work of clearing that wave. And again, Holy Defense might just be popped. But as of now, it's Onyx holding their base pretty well. No inhibitor turret taken down. Geek Fam also knows that they can't let it slip. They can't play this to a blunder. But Beloyski, I think Onyx has to really pay attention to Beloyski. If possible, Tsunami Slam onto Kyrie, which, by the way, he doesn't have that Purifier, right? As the jungler. So they have that high priority target that they have to protect. But Beloyski, I think, so far with the Kalea, with the Tsunami Slam, has been very on point on his target selection. So now Onyx, they'll try to go out of the base, and is that a stolen orange buff by Kyrie?
Yeah, that was Kyrie just
That was Kyrie's.
on point on his retribution there.
Yeah.
80 seconds on the next Lord, though.
Yeah, Keyboy though, down bottom. Think he might look for something. Gobs, hello!
Gob says hi. Bot Shadow in response. That's a flicker! Oh my goodness, power of Wilderness almost locking him down. Okay, Keyboy is there to provide a backup. Concealed Tarina, at least by time. Uh-oh.
What?
Kyrie has a shadow. Kensiski, oh my goodness, this
Oh.
time around, Kyrie will not be able to find an escape play. But great, just great anticipation there from side of Geek.
Kyrie was caged like a bird. Up, Tsunami Slam!
That's a Purify. That's gonna be the Geek Fam keeping tabs on Sansa's Purify there. So that's great info, knowing that 30 seconds, the next neutral objective will be on the board.
It's odd to see the Hayabusa or Kyrie die 3 times in a single game. Usually we know him for being someone who's able to conserve himself and not die multiple times, but this Kalea again proving to be a problem. And that was also Gobs just running into the Hayabusa, and
Yeah.
Kyrie has no chance to go anywhere. Take a look at the items. The Harris is insane, but Onyx with the rumble in the jungle.
Another realm. Let's see this fight. Make it trying to provide the damage. They have info. Keyboy very low. Kensiski has enough space to take him down. Look, he almost
Whoa!
taken down, but off-camera kill. Technically, Kyrie goes down for 30.
Everything swings to the favor of Geek Fam. 9.3k gold lead. Tsunami Slam again. Purified.
Yeah, that's also, again, just info after info, right? No Purify, Sans, and Lutby.
Solo Lord.
Just solo Lord on the Suyo. Will we see a game 4? Perhaps.
Perhaps. Possibly. But we know Onyx, they might turn things around, but as of now, I don't see that light in the end of the tunnel for Onyx, because Geek Fam has been able to win every single skirmish that they had so far, leading up to the mid-game to even late game now. We're entering that stage. The Lord does march into that mid side, so basically now, it's only Onyx defending. Again, you mentioned it, they have good high ground defense. Sans, right? With the Lilia, it helps. The Blazing Duet from Severo might just look for a moment to then explode onto Geek Fam. But as of now, it's Onyx with their base just trembling.
Yeah, they're sacrificing their mid turret here. Very natural. And let's see here. Geek Fam, what will they do? Black Shoes triggered. Kensiski comes in with Shaman Force. Severo very low. Keyboy pops a Purify, but he will fall.
This might be the end. Onyx, they have nothing else to fight for. As Geek Fam, they will not go down without a fight. 2-1. And Geek Fam, they get their first win of the series.
Onyx still at match point, but wow, Geek Fam showing another color in the series, and yeah, convincing stuff, convincing win. A Geek Fam will force a game 4.
I don't understand. They were forcing the draft to be so favored on towards them. We talked about Onyx having that master
To counter it.
Okay.
Is Link safe into this composition from Geek?
I don't know if safe is the right word.
I don't
but
think the assassins are safe, but
it really gonna depend on how
it's a comfort.
how good Kyrie is.
Hey, it's not all gonna come down to that. Ladies and gentlemen, can Onyx do this? We're still at match point. One more game away of an Onyx victory. An Onyx moving over into the upper bracket finals. But will Geek be able to force maybe another series? Force them into a best of 1? Only time will tell. We're gonna throw it over to our casters. Take it away.
And obviously we are back in the Land of Dawn to what could be the last match of the series. But Geek Fam, they have showed grit, they have showed power, and they have showed that they might even force the reverse sweep to happen.
Let's see, right? Will they equalize in this game and make the series onto a 2-2? Or will we see Onyx finding and securing a point, the point that will take them to the final upper brackets?
Kyrie back on a special pick, right? This is a special pick, the Ling. He likes to play this Ling a lot. And obviously that helps with the kill pressure as well. But I had my own questions on how will it work when it's picked against the Faramis. Obviously has that second life. So take a look at the emblems. Nothing out of the ordinary. Still Badang with the QC, the Impure Rage, and the Faramis with the QC as well. Just wanting to have that gap closer and help out with either the Shadow Stampede or even later on with the Nether Realm. But as of now, it's only back to basics for both teams. Granger against the Harith down bottom. It's a safe pick for the Granger. The Harith does bully the Granger pre-level 4. Post-level 4, the Granger can fight back, right? And even Kyrie already invading into the enemy jungle. Not level 4 yet.
Seems
now
like
level 4.
Not now level 4. Both junglers invading that Marine camp near the gold crab. That's going to be Keyboy and Beloy. Face shaking in that bush. Boy trying to pull. Sounds great. Timing on the Purify. Jumps. Kyrie not committing the Tempest of Blade just yet though.
Still keeps it either as an offensive tool or a defensive tool, right? Because the Ling can be so elusive. And I think for Geek Fam, at least to have the lockdown to catch and reel in this Ling with the Tsunami Slam. But I think the Ling will be harder to catch compared to the Hayabusa, given he has the Fitch Poise as well. Now Makits makes his way up top. Mlbb under pressure. Keyboy backs them up.
Yep, let's see, not level 4 just yet though. Kyrie is in the vicinity. Doesn't really want to commit on towards a fight, nor the turtle just yet here as Geek. They are initiating the turtle.
Congregation of players here fighting for the turtle. Will this be a steal? RWM open!
That's going to be the Nether Realm triggered as well, but Makits finds the first turtle. That's going to be a boy taken down alongside Beloy. That's going to be Mlbb though mounted.
Yep, still mounting, hitchhiking a free ride. Gobs next in the chopping block, but they don't want to go on him. Makits though might get caught.
Oh no, great isolation, great kill. 3-0 on the board for the yellow porcupine.
Oh my. What was that damage though in the initial 2 kills that Onyx were able to grab? That was some burst coming in from Onyx, and now Geek Fam, they are in the pedestal. 1 kill to Kyrie, 2 to Keyboy, but still, it makes sense that Onyx have Prio early on. They have the Badang to help out with it. The Ling, you kind of can, you know, semi-retreat the turtle when you're in the Tempest of Blades form. And that helps as well, as to not really commit to the pit, opposed to Hayabusa maybe, who jumps into it, right? So for now, Kyrie plays a little bit more safe. The Ling, come the late game, can also be a problem. Now, another problem for Geek Fam is the fact that the Yve has been picked, right? This RWM is AoE. And Geek Fam, they want to group up when the fight happens because they need that resource from the Netherrealm, that sustainability. But the RWM kind of bursts them down as well, especially when they are, you know, clumped up together. So I'm very, very curious to see how Geek Fam will find a workaround behind that.
Yeah, it seems like both teams this time different from game 1, 2, and 3, where the early game relatively action-packed. This time seems like both teams just slowing down, waiting for their mid-game power spikes, right? And so far, it's a calm gold lane as well. Nothing too crazy, but we might see a change after the next turtle take.
Yep, 7 seconds, 5 onto the respawn as well. Kenziski is here, and at least for Kenziski, he is able to bob and weave in the fight from afar. He has that range, right? For Severo, it is him having to get close to the players of Geek Fam.
3-man knock-up Keyboy, very low. Makits finds the turtle. That's gonna be the RWM though, locking Beloy down as Severo picks up the kill.
Oh, they go straight into Mlbb, and Kenziski still unable to put him down, get him down. Mlbb survives, only Keyboy the casualty. It's a trade between roamers, but the turtle was secured for Makits. 2 out of 3 so far. Let's take a look at the items. Hunter Strike completed for Makits, the Berserker's Fury as well for Kyrie. So at least the junglers are battle ready. War Axe for Mlbb as well, to have that sustainability, to have that life steal, and Velvam, excuse me. and it enables him to be in a team fight much more longer. I mean, we have seen Ludwig with the CC, right? Just jumping into the backline, just holding them in place. Just looking for the flank angle, looking for the backline. Up top though, Kyrie faces Gobs.
Got to be careful there. And seems like Granger or Kenzie is on his way towards that Sky Piercer. So,
Yeah.
you know, Onyx, they got to be careful. And Geek Fam, once Sky Piercer is inside the arsenal of Kenzie, they need to funnel the kill on towards just Kenzie, right? So that stack can be optimized.
Oh, I mean, look at the pressure from Suyo as well, right? I mean, it is equally matched from the Ling, because the Ling can do the same, even better. Because the Ling has the Finch voice up. Valoisky was looking for a Tsunami Slam, conceal play, but Onyx, look at that peel from the Granger. That Sonata was just dissuading them from continuing and turning it around into an engage. But as of now, Onyx, they know that this Granger might grow much more danger by the minute. Like you said, Sky Piercer, once that's ready, it can be very, very bleak for them. Because the Granger with the Sky Piercer, very easy to proc, right? You just need to stand back from afar. You have that potential of a burst down. Especially as a Granger, you really want to have the stacks going. The earlier, the better. It translates into even greater late game. And against a Yve, you don't need to commit into the chess box of the Yve, right? You can hit from afar. You have that Sonata like I talked about previously. So as of now, Geek, they have safer options in the table.
Oh, gotta be careful. That's gonna be real world preparation locking members. Now Lupi, first one to fall.
The Lord, or rather the Turtle, still secured by Makeits, but they're stuck in the middle. Kyrie still survives, but look at Gobs mounting.
Uh-oh, isolated, has the flicker, spent it. That's gonna be Gobs though, taken down. Great calculation there by Kyrie. 2 members down and out. Though, Onyx, they lost the Turtle.
3 for 3 for the Turtle. Makeits turning up when needed. But look at Onyx with the side lane pressure again. Kyrie, this guy knows how to time his movements, right? 1 second you see him down bottom in the lane just pushing that wave in towards Geek Fam. The next second you see him next to you and the objective, the neutral objective. But so far he hasn't been able to win out on the retry battles because Makeits, obviously with the Suyo, you have the Soul Sever that kind of helps you to tone down the threshold of the HP, and it just bursts down the objective. Plus the retry on top, which makes it kind of hard to, win out that retry battle, especially on a professional level. As of now, though, it's Onyx still leading the kill department, plus the gold lead as well, dwindling slowly. So Geek Fam, they couldn't care less about that gold, or rather that kill deficit, They have that power already spiking onto them. And Kaziski, he has the Sky Piercer. So that is going to be troublesome for Onyx. For Savero, he has that survivability, the Feather of Heaven. I think it'll be a back and forth team fight.
It will, right? Again, mid-game power spike. It seems like Onyx, they committed 4 bodies top lane. They will trade their inner turret bottom side though. Because no info. No one's showing from the side of Geek Fam. That's why Kai, yeah, he'd rather play it safe.
Makeits has been very good looking for the cross-map play. Tsunami Slam!
On towards Keyboy. That's just going to be the Badang half HP. Great cover there by Sans. Just negates the threat from Geek Fam. Let's see here. The first Lord is up. I want to know what's up.
Oh, I mean, for Onyx, I think they kind of have a harder time to kind of navigate onto the Lord Pit later on because Geek Fam, they also have the Peel Gobs to the front line. Against the CC, obviously the CC can't really soak up the damage as much as the glue does. Plus on top, they have the Netherrealm, and then they have the Loiski to jump in with a Tsunami Slam or with a save. So I think Onyx needs to wait. They don't need to start a turtle. Oh, Gobs!
That's an engage, trying to close the gap. Real world manipulation. Caught early. Sans very low, taken down. It's a 5v4, baby. Now Lutpi taken down as well. That's going to be a double for Makeits. Actually, that's going to be a trade. Tempest the Blade finds Kenzie.
Kyrie with the swords, very sharp. Makeits might look for a clapback.
That's C. Severo trying to space out Makeits. Makeits
Oh!
so lethal on the Suyo. And he adds another kill as Keyboy will not find a way to escape. That's almost a wipeout.
Makeits is Suyo, and Suyo is Makeits. Look at him just having that killer instinct. He might smile, but he stares deep into your soul, and that's a Vero gone. This Lord, free for Geek Fam.
The opening from Gobs was just so amazing. He went on towards Sans.
Yeah.
And that was a right opening. That was a right call. And yeah, First Lord will fall to the Geeks.
That was also a forceful RWM, right? Sans, he was forced to open it up, asked to not have that follow-up. Come help Gobs. But he was bursted down quickly. I mean, the boy was quick on the pounds and helped the players of Geek Fam, or rather Gobs. And take a look at the real-time gold grab. It's just boosting up. It stonks for Geek Fam. Oh, Kyrie. Might be naughty, but no. Geek Fam, they have their sights on this mid turret. The Lord as well down bottom. Severo has to clear this, but he has to be careful. Gobs might just jump at him.
Unfortunate there. The Holy Shield did not land on towards the Lord, so this might favor the Geeks very, very well. They will not push their pressure there. They will chill and back away. Kyrie is trying to relieve the pressure, clearing the mid.
I mean, he's cutting the waves, right? Up top, down bottom, or rather in mid. And it creates the fact that, you know, the waves can't really crash onto that second tier turret. So Onyx, they have safety measures, but as of now, Geek Fam are always favored in the team fights because they have the sustainability, they have the defense. Mlbb is just yo-yoing his way.
Office crack finds a boy. No mid laner, no nether realm for Geek this time, and Gobs isolated here. Should fall. Severo claims the kill. Great response there, Onyx. Now just 3 men standing for Geek.
And thankfully, our boy is playing a Faramis, so that death timer is indeed very, very low. 16 seconds, and now he's back on the Land of Dawn. And Onyx, this might be the time frame, the window, where they might look for something. A turret, maybe? But look at Geek Fam, they're clumping up together. They won't defend it, because they know they have to respect Onyx power as well. It's slowly creeping up. Kyrie with 3 items, the endless battle for that extra true damage as well, right? Wishing Lantern for the Yi, for Sans. That's even greater burst damage, and the passive from the Wishing Lantern as well kind of dissuades you from moving forward. But look at Makids. He has that Queen's Wings purchased. So at least he has that physical damage reduction in case he gets, you know, toppled down by Kyrie.
So it's just back and forth mid-game. We are almost at late game territory. Turret-wise, still favors the Geek. 5 turrets claimed. And let's see here. What will Onyx do to equalize that turret?
I think now for Geek Fam, they have to find a way to address the CC. The CC doesn't care if it's mounted to the glue. The CC will always try to hit you constantly, right? That constant DPS can't really be helped. I mean, sure, you have the Nether Realm, but the RWM can come through, and then you're all silenced, and you have no way out of that chess box from the Eve. But Geek Fam, they're focusing the offense on this Lord, and Makids is here as well. Kyrie might look for something down bottom, but it's Keyboy with the conceal. Severo!
Oh my god, Might almost finds a solo! That's gonna be the Tsunami Slam! Trying to provide cover for Kenzie by Baloy. And Sans taken down off camera. 2 members from Onyx, they're out!
Oh, Mlbb just bursted down! And now it's Keyboy, only with his fist, not his sword.
Oh, the 2 perimeters created by Geek favored them as Makids picks up the triple. And that's just gonna be Kyrie recalling. No, he went down, so it's a wipeout. And Geek Fam, they might push the bottom side. And is this it?
This might be it. I mean, they're not going for the Lord. Kyrie has to defend this with Steps and Blades.
Let's see, Severo's there. Boy, bursted.
The crystal.
But take a look at the main base, ladies and
Whoa!
gentlemen. That's a defense. Clutch defense by Onyx. Kai picks up the Maniac, and that's a wipeout for Onyx.
Divine intervention from the Sky King. Who else but Kyrie picks up a Maniac, wipes Geek Fam clean. And now they want to look for that push towards the base. A boy is up, Bloodwings purchased, gives him extra damage at defense, but a boy!
Oh, the turnaround, a boy!
It's over!
It is all over! Onyx secures Game 3, and they secure the final upper brackets.
Kyrie! Practically a 1v4. Only him and a 5 sword stands in Geek Fam way, and he makes it happen. The Maniac for him. to help usher the minions back to the base. A wipeout to boot. And Onyx, they look to be pouncing to the upper bracket final. One step closer to MSC. One step closer for booking a ticket towards Riyadh.
One step closer as well to win MPLID Season 15. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 seasons ago, Onyx, they lifted their trophy MPLID in the Jakarta International Velodrome. Will it happen again?